Hey there, Keryn. I just wanted to post a little simple flow for you to practice if you would like. No pressure at all. Starting out on your mat and thinking about what we practice, pulling apart our arms in a diamond shape and picking those ribs up. So just extend the legs away from you if you can, pinky side, feet, tie the feet on the mat as well. A little bit of a lengthening in front of the hips, so you feel your pubic bone and those glutes just begin to come on. Diamond shape in the arms. Pull the arms apart, pick the ribs up, and the head is the last thing that comes up. Just taking a couple of those, getting the idea of bringing those ribs up. One more like that. Lengthening, tailbone down, pulling those ribs up. Beautiful. You're welcome to bring your arms a bit wider, still pulling up. And last one, pulling apart, bring those ribs up. Beautiful. From there, we might be able to come up to our hands and knees. So tuck those toes, pull the hands apart, pull the ribs up to our hands and knees. We'll just take a couple of cats and cows. So pulling the action of the knees and hands towards each other to get a lovely stretch in this direction, and then pushing feet and knees and hands away to curl the other direction. Hands ever so slightly forward of your shoulders. Tuck the toes so we begin to use our glutes. You could do as many or as few of these as you like. And the next time you are in a neutral place, pull up your pelvic floors and belly, hover those toes and stretch back. Remembering that your down dog is as long as a plank, so make it nice and long and just come forward to your plank and check that it is the right length for you. Beautiful. And then we'll just come onto our tiptoes, tiptoe all the way up to the top of the mat, try to be nice and light. Once you get to the top of your mat, you can absolutely use blocks. Otherwise, hands could go on blocks, shins, above the knees, wherever is best for you, so that you have a lovely long straight back. Over time, we get our hands down to the mat as our hamstrings begin to lengthen. So let's tuck the chin, Uttanasana, gaze forward. Weight in the toes, feel the lengthening of the hamstrings, the lifting of the quads. Inhaling, halfway lift. Be active through your hands, actively pulling your chest forward, close those ribs, tuck the chin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, and halfway lift. Exhale, hands wide, step your right leg back. Come down, and we can put our hand into this hip crease, pull the hip back. Beautiful. And then lifting up into a nice long lunge, or keep your knee down, depending on you. Inner thigh is up, this hip's pulling back. Hands can stay down on the mat. Because we're in a lovely long lengthened position, it's really easy now to come to a plank. Hold the plank for a second, lengthen the inner thighs up and back, and use your tummy muscles, use your glutes to push yourself back up to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it forward with that long lunge again. Feel free to use your hand to get that long lunge. Pull the hip back. Lower the glutes, lift up the inner thigh, look up, pull the mat back with the hands and step to the front of the mat. Forward fold and halfway lift. Forward fold and rolling up one vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top, hands at your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your left leg back this time to that lovely long lunge. You can't see what I'm doing, but I've got my right hand hooking into the right hip, pulling that hip back, trying to stimulate the bottom of my glutes to come on. And in time, you might be able to put your hands on your hips here and use your fingertips to draw the glutes down even more. Keep lifting up that thigh. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, plank. Hold the plank for a second. Pull up those inner thighs. Pull up your belly. And then use your thighs to drive yourself back to your down dog. Stay here for a breath. Maybe stay here for 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Drawing outer arms in. Curling triceps up to the ears. Inhaling, lift your right leg. Exhale, step it forward back to that low lunge again. Hooking the hip back, lifting this inner thigh of the left leg. Maybe hands on your hips, drawing those thighs down. And then looking ahead. Big breath to step to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhaling, lifting all the way up. Beautiful job. And you could take that little cycle, maybe another time on each side, if you wanted to. And when you've finished that, maybe when you've just done that little work with me, you could then grab a blanket, a block, whatever's good for you, and sit on it. We cross our shins so that our feet are in line with our hip points, and we flex the feet. So flexing the feet stimulates the glutes as well. Fingertips down, squeeze your bottom, pull up your abdomen, come down again. And then maybe you can lean forward a little bit so you've got a nice soft back. So really active through these feet. We can, from this point, flexed feet, take ourselves over to the right. Maybe hook your left hand and draw the flesh of your left knee out a little bit as you come forward. Take a couple of breaths there. Inhale back, come to the center. Couple of breaths there. And then over to the other side. And again, we could use our hand and draw the flesh just above the knee to that external rotation. Keep flexing the feet, pulling the pelvic floors up. Bring yourself back. We can cross the way of our legs. And again, coming up into the fingertips. Just gently squeeze the bottom of the bottom, pull up the glutes, pull up the abdomen. And the same thing here. We can walk over to one side, use our hand. I'll teach you how to put a strap there, and we can use a strap as well to just invite the flesh to open. Keep flexing those feet. Walking to the middle for a couple of breaths, and then walking to the left, and again, taking the flesh off that thigh back. The last little thing that we did together in our practice was a little bit of shoulder opening. So you could use a sock, you could use a strap, you could use a hand towel, whatever works for you. Bring your right arm up. It's externally rotating, so maybe palm up to help you. Bend the elbow. We're thinking about this bicep being by ear, closing those ribs, tucking the chin. And maybe the opposite hand can swim up. You could hold something in this right hand and drop it down and grasp it with your left hand. Or maybe you can hold on. Closing those ribs. Just softening your jaw, softening your ribs, finding whatever ease you can here. Inhaling, open the arms, and opposite, bend the elbow. So palm, thumb up, so we've got that external rotation, bending the elbow, bringing that elbow in, close the ribs. So there's no bump here if possible. And again, maybe one side could be quite different than the other. So you might find you have to use a prop on one side to support you, but not a prop on the other side. And then we'll take our hands to heart center. So that's about 10 minutes. You would be really welcome to do that whole thing twice. Or this could be a great way to start your day or a great way to finish your day. It was so lovely working with you this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Ka kite anō, Keryn.